everyone, so this video review is for Politics of Love by Annette Mori. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on my blog there's a link within the post, and this is the video review. So, Politics of Love by Annette Mori. This is romance with an edge. Sandra, who is a governor for the Democratic Party, has decided to run for president, and she's had a lucky escape with a bomb attack, but now she finds Winter, who is a reporter, absolutely everywhere and always in her path. So Winter keeps digging until Sandra is unable to resist, and they sort of manage to make a connection and then realise they've got something more between them. But of course that then brings new threats and danger because of Sandra's new campaign for running for president. So I really enjoyed being back with the organisation. This is part of the San Diego trilogy, and so this is the second part, and we met the organisation back in the first part. So if you haven't read the first book in the series, you might not really know who the organisation are, but it doesn't really matter because you can pick up enough to understand what they're doing here. It just gives you a bit more insight if you have read it to who the characters are and what they're doing. But we're being introduced to Sandra and Winter from the very beginning of this story, so it works well as a standalone. And Winter has this really infectious spirit, which, along with her determination, you just knew that she was going to end up winning Sandra over and getting what she wanted. So she'd somewhat judged Winter as an annoying reporter, just trying to get her next big break. But when Sandra had the opportunity to get to know her, she realised just how different Winter was, and protective and loyal and kind, and how much she really admired Sandra. So Winter had this integrity, and although she was looking for the big story, because of course she's a reporter, why wouldn't she be? She wasn't really out to do Sandra any harm. She wanted to bring the truth to people, so that's what she was focused on. And Winter was Sandra's biggest champion. She really was. I loved how dedicated and loyal she was to her, especially once they got closer. She kept that loyalty at all times, and she wasn't going to let anybody get in the way of it. But what was great was there was a bit of adventure in here. There was never a dull moment, never. As soon as Sandra thought things were calm, there would be a threat or some sort of scoop or scandal, and it kept everyone on their toes. The organisation protecting them, Sandra, Winter, people around them, everyone. So there was this great camaraderie between the members of the organisation tasked with protecting her and Winter as well. And if you know some of the characters from the first story, then you'll understand why. But it was great just to just get more background on all of them as well. So they then sort of accepted Sandra and Winter, and they just fitted in like it was one big family. It was so lovely, very welcoming, very warm sort of feeling. We're protecting you, but it's not just a job, it's important to us. We like you as people. Winter tried her luck a lot. She never lost her journalistic edge. She was always trying to find something out, and it added a little fun and humour to the story. It lightened those heavier political and threatening moments and just sort of lifted them up a little bit, as in like, yeah, she's never going to let us go. She wants a report, or always a report type of thing. But it was a great part of the series, and it also works really well as a standalone story. So like I said, if you haven't read the other ones in the series, it doesn't matter. They are great, and you should read them to get the insight, but you can read this one alone. It is a story in its own right, and I can't wait to read the next one in the trilogy. It's going to be great. So I really enjoyed this, and I hope you will too. I'll pop a link in the description so you can grab a copy of Politics of Love by Annette Mori. If you've read Politics of Love, we'd love to know what you thought of it. So please do share your thoughts, and if you haven't read it yet but you're planning to read it, it's on your to be read list, and you're super intrigued and think, yeah, I really want to read that, then please do let us know, because it's always great to find out what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I really hope you enjoy it. Bye.